over the last couple of years on this app, mainly on this app, almost exclusively on this app, uh, there, I mean, after I got past the whole, doxing, getting fired thing 2.5 years ago, and then really started to build my following to the point that I now have 1.1 million followers on this app. Um, and on the tube of you, I don't know, I think I have 615,000 followers or 620,000 followers, somewhere in that range, which also happened within the last year and a half. But over the last couple of years, I frequently get in trouble. Not with the right, I get in trouble with the left. And it started with the whole doxing thing because I got doxed by somebody who lied about me and lied about things that I said. And that person's followers believed that person because they didn't know me, they didn't follow me. And that, well, never mind. But, it's like I went through some shit 2.5 years ago on this app. And then, but I stayed, I stayed. I stayed. And I really started to build a following after that, which isn't something that I ever tried to do. It really isn't. I mean, I joined TikTok in late May, early June of 2021 because I was trying to find a way to kind of exercise my brain to deal with the cognitive and neurological symptoms that I was still experiencing from long COVID back then. And it worked. And then it just kind of took off from there. But it's like, I never set out to have 1 million followers. I never set out to have any of this happen. But it's happened. And, it's like, when I get attacked by Trump supporters on this app, it's never women. I don't think I've ever, one single time in 4.5 years, I don't think that there is one single time when I've been attacked or criticized or whatever by a woman who supports Donald Trump. When I get attacked or criticized by the straight white men who support Donald Trump on this app, they just come into my comments and say, "You're gay." Or they're like, "Oh, you live in San Francisco. That tells me everything I need to know about you." Because I swear to God, man, I've lived in San Francisco for 25 years. And I know gay men who don't think about gay sex as often as straight white men who support Donald Trump. Straight white men who support Donald Trump are utterly obsessed with gay sex, which is why they crashed Grindr during the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. They landed in Milwaukee and immediately had to get on Grindr and find some of that sweet Milwaukee penis. And they almost crashed Grindr in Phoenix a couple of months ago when they all flew into Phoenix for Charlie Kirk's funeral. They almost crashed Grindr at a funeral. But whatever. The worst, most disgusting, most vicious attacks, the coordinated campaigns to get me eradicated from social media, everything in that category that I've ever experienced online has always come from the left. Whether it's been the leftists who said that I was a genocidal baby killer because I was going to vote for Kamala Harris, or whether it's the the middle-aged Gen X white women who got fucking furious after the debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden when I said that Joe Biden needed to drop out of the race. And they lost their fucking mud. You know, and then it was a couple of months ago when Taylor Lorenz put out her article about Chorus, the organization Chorus, that was funded by a dark money billionaire on the left and involved David Pakman, Brian Tyler Cohen, and there was another guy who's not very public facing, and they were paying creators like $8,000 a month, and none of those creators were disclosing any of that. And all I did was say, you might want to disclose that, because when you're on social media and when you're on TikTok or when you're on YouTube, authenticity is the coin of the realm. Okay? It's like we're living in an age of AI, and people who follow creators follow those creators because they feel that those creators are being authentic with them. They feel a parasocial relationship with that creator, which is fucking weird on its own, but it's the authenticity that's driving the fucking bus. And I was like, I don't know, you might want to disclose that. And again, another round of, getting my fucking head bashed in from people on the left. But whatever, man. It's like at this point, it's just part of the fucking gig, man. It's just part of the fucking gig. And tonight, it's like I saw so many of those chorus creators and so many influencers on the left from TikTok who spent the last week in Washington, and they're going to this event and they're going to that event, and they're making this TikTok with all of these other TikTok people on the left, and they're doing the meme thing, and they're doing it's like, it's like being in high school again, it's like you're one of the cool kids again, and which is great when you're in your 30s or whatever, and it's like you get access, and the Democrats in the House and the Senate that you're going to Washington, D.C. To see and talk to and interview, they dangle that access in front of you, and they give you that access. And it's just like, yeah, and they just dangle that in front of you. And they gave it to you. And you interviewed them. And you went to the TikTok only press conference or whatever the fuck that was, man. And that's amazing. That's fantastic. That had to be, look, legitimately, that had to be an absolutely fantastic experience. That had to be amazing. It's like you're getting private tours of the Capitol. Again, they're giving you access. They're giving you access. There was some dispute about talking points and daily talking points meetings or whatever, but it's like they're giving you access. But what happened the second that you left town? What happened the second you left Washington, D.C.? After you made all your TikToks, you got your interviews, you got your clips from your interviews, you made all the trendy TikToks with all of the other, lefty creators who were there. What happened the second that you left town? 10 Senate Democrats made a deal with Republicans and gave them everything they wanted. I would be in an absolute fucking rage, feeling like everything that had just happened was orchestrated and that they just used me. I would be in an absolute fucking rage.